Hello and welcome to Coffee with Carey. Thank you for being here today. I appreciate you stopping by, giving of your time for my little quick tip here. I wanted to share a brief little message. Quick tips are supposed to just be brief little messages I need to impart to you quickly and then let you be on your merry way. And today, that's what I have for you. I just realized that people are trying to hold up the impression that they are just perfect on first dates, and the pressure of having to maintain the appearance of perfection is exhausting, and I suggest you not take on this very impossible task. So let's talk about that a little bit. That's what's on the agenda. It's going to be brief. Stick around and subscribe if you feel inclined at some point. And let's just do this. A study in 2020 showed that if we can accept our own imperfections, are more likely to be accepting of the imperfections in other people. So we don't want to be super judgy and looking at somebody and everything that they display to us on a date or through our friendship is being judged by us as being negative or unwanted. We realize that people are unique and different and have quirks and wrong opinions and different priorities, and everybody is uniquely themselves. And if we can accept all of those things in another person, why can't we accept it in ourselves? We can, and in fact we should, because there are other reasons. You will find that some people are actually drawn to your imperfect nature, and that would be for a few reasons. One, it makes you much more relatable. Nobody wants to be around somebody that they can never compare to, that is so high above them in all regards and so perfect that they feel they are a failure in comparison. Nobody even wants to be doing that comparison. So being relatable to people and allowing ourselves to be seen as the imperfect beings that we are is really in our own best interests in those situations. Also, you know what we do when we realize that we are imperfect? Very often we compensate in ways that somebody else might find super endearing or even charming. We do, as human beings, compensate for our shortcomings in interesting and unique ways, and you never know if one of those compensations might be super desirable to the person that you are out on this date with. So don't try to appear like you have no flaws. Allow somebody to love you and embrace your flaws by doing that yourself. And I'm not an expert on this study, but it was like back in the 60s, there was another study that I've mentioned before. And what it was, the repercussions of it are something I bring up. I don't usually talk about it in terms of the study, but it was like back in the mid 60s, they did this thing where they had somebody walk into a room and stumble and almost fall, catch themselves. And during the study, they would ask about people's perception of the person who stumbled and nearly made a fool of themselves. And the perception was very warm. People felt very endeared by the person because it showed that they were human, that they were fallible. And that gave people a really warm feeling about this person. Oh, it's so human. So the person who stumbled was deemed to be even more attractive and desirable and appealing than people who didn't fall. So, I mean, think about that. And next time you do something that's ridiculous or silly, or you falter in some way and think you've made a fool of yourself, maybe not. Maybe you just made yourself endearing and someone likes you even more than they would have had you been able to pull off the veneer of seeming to be perfect. So I just wanted to share that with you today. If you found it interesting, listen to my little mama right there. She's saying, give it a thumbs up, won't you? My daughter, she's trying to bring you good information all the time. Subscribe to her channel too and hit the ring bell. Then you're notified every time a new episode goes live. Appreciate you being here today. And until next time, have a good one. And the pressure of having the appearance and the pressure of having to maintain the appearance.